All right, we're going to be using the ultrasonic sensor. I'm using a particular model right here. I'm using the HCSR4. This can be one of the reasons I'm using this is because they can be obtained quite inexpensively here. There's an Amazon link for the UK if you happen to be there. I'm sure there's the ones on Amazon.com as well. £1. Couldn't get any cheaper than that. It's a real powerful sensor. So an ultrasonic sensor, it's a distance range finder, so you can tell about approximately how far you are from something or an object is from something, or obstacle detection. I'm not exactly sure what like the Roomba vacuum cleaner uses, but it might use something similar to this or some other sort of, there's also infrared sensors. It might be that as well. But basically, it uses high frequency sound waves or sound pulses to detect nearby objects and how far they are, just like bats, just like echolocation. In fact, very, very similar because bats use high frequency little clicks as well. So here's a page with more than you ever need to know about the controller if you're interested. Basically, you see there's 4 pins here, but basically the way this works is right here. It sends a series of pulses. They bounce off something and then come back and they're detected by a detector. And then the computer measures the amount of time it takes, the time it takes to send them and then to receive them back. All right. And this is essentially how it works. It sends so many triggers, it bounces off and it receives the echoes back. So obviously, the closer something is, the waves coming back will be shorter amount of time. All right, and then if you go on this page, and this link is here on my Versal page. If you go on, you see there's loads of information, more than you ever need to know. All right, so that's the ultrasonic sensor, distance finder, obstacle detection device. To the Versal page, or you can find these online as well. I have a little diagram about how we're going to hook that up. So let's go ahead and hook that up. Let's attach our things together. It's a very simple circuit. We have 4 pins and connect to 4 different places in our Arduino. All right, let's get our camera. And let's get started. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in my ultrasonic rangefinder. All right, and I'm going to use maybe the first 4 pins here. 1, 2, 3, 4, the first 4 rails right there. Okay, plug those in. Stick that right in the first 4 rails. Okay, see how it is. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me get this focus in just a little bit. So we look at then rail 1 will be the ground, rail 2 echo, rail 3 trig, and rail 4 the VCC or the power. All right, so let's just hook up our ground. I have my Nano already kind of wired up, and I've described this one with terminal blocks. Basically, just gives a little bit more sturdy sort of configuration. I've soldered in these terminal blocks to correspond to different things. Haven't labeled them yet, which I should do. Let me just show you one, and then the rest are already done for me. So it just simply screws in the terminal block. I'll just redo the ground one here. If I unscrew that there, and I have a wire there. So you see the terminal block the way it looks. Sometimes you just have to be a little careful because there is this opening underneath the terminal block there. Sometimes a wire will get stuck in there. You want to make sure it gets in the top half of the terminal block right here. Okay, sometimes you can get into that underneath bit. So let's go ahead and do that. Stick my hookup wire into the terminal block. This is awkward doing it on camera. Okay, hopefully that's in okay. And then we'll screw that in. I hold it screw that in, tighten it up. Okay, and there you have a nice firm connection. Oops, pulling the wrong one. A nice firm connection. Won't let go. Okay, so let's go ahead and hook up. Like we said, we had our ground is the first pin. So you put that into ground. And the second one is echo. Let's look at our diagram real quick. And I noticed that echo then goes to 11 and trigger goes to 12. So echo goes to 11. So which one is 11? That's this red wire here is 11. And that goes into my second rail. And then my green wire here is 12. And that goes to the trigger. My third rail. And you know, since the whole rail is connected to the pin, you can use any one of them. Sorry, I'm finding this a bit awkward on camera. All right. And then finally, the fourth one is this VCC, or the power hot. So grab the hot wire, and that's plugged into my VCC. On the Nano, it's called VCC. On the Unos and stuff, you'd say 5 volt. And you see there, I have 11 and 12 digital. 11 and 12 happen to correspond to these two terminal blocks there. And that's my VCC, corresponds to that one. And I'll plug that one in right there. On number, on number 4, rail number 4. All right, so that's our circuit. Hopefully that's working. I'll just stand that up there to detect. And hopefully that works for us.